we have Moondog. What's up, buddy?
How's everybody doing? I just got back from the Great Dickens Fair, so that's the reason why I'm a little dressed up today.
Awesome to see you, buddy.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, g'day, Alan.
G'day, Tom. Speak of it, and you arrive.
Don't worry, Moondog. We won't judge you too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I first thought maybe use like fixing to go to church or whatever. I wasn't for sure, but then you sent some pictures earlier. It's really cool. And we also have in the backstage just jumping in here in my opinion, and probably 90% of the people's opinion, the best leather craftsman on YouTube, Mr. Mark Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. I don't know how I'm good enough looking to get on this panel. Holy crap.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to stay awake for this one.
Well, I'm going to stick around for a little bit, but man, I've been out from the cold and next day in the Pennsylvania first day of buck season. Whew.
I didn't know we were supposed to dress up for this.
I sure didn't.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, glad you all are here.
Thanks for having me.
I think we're going to go back to Alan here in a few minutes and talk to him some more. And then Moondog, you sent some pictures earlier that I figured you might want to share.
Oh,
so,
yeah, sure. I don't know if you have it loaded up.
Oh my goodness, we're all in trouble. There's Joe. What's up,
hey,
buddy?
Joe.
You do have a link for this panel, buddy. We got room for one more if you do want to jump on. So, anyway, let's call Jamie. Would you care to call out the side chat? And anyway, Alan, we always ask for the side chat to type in basically one word or two words so Jamie can recognize them and call them out. So would you like to pick what you would like for everybody to type into the side chat tonight?
Aussie.
Well,
How do you want it spelled? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Yep, Aussie. You got it. The Crazy Scotsman.
And there's Ozzy Osbourne too. There you go. Type in Ozzy. There, Ozzy. They're just blowing off the page right now, Jamie. So I hope you can keep up with them, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a mouse, right? Because the up arrow don't work. All right, so we got the Crazy Scotsman was first. We got Mr. Bob's out there. Misty, Ms. Wayne, hello. We got Hasbro's on the panel and the side chat. We got Denny's Plant-Based Journey. Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies is also on the panel. We got Jacob S., Pat in the Bunker, and Gizzard Gary, and Mark Thomas, all of which are in the panel. Alaska 1 Andy, 2 Live Moo, Tim S., Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy. Jacob S. corrected and put Ozzy that time, and Pat in the Bunker is also in the panel. Moondog Go is also on the panel. There's Bobby Barlow, Hasbro again. Fuku YT, what's going on? Boom. Smoking Joe's out there. Mark Thomas again. Garage Guy 879, what's going on? His team is winning tonight, so y'all help Garage Guy cheer in those Virginia Tech Hokies. Ms. Abigail Finnegan's out there. Dwayne 7834. Mr. Bob. Run 2A Matters. And I think that's all we got over there at the moment. Welcome in, everybody.
Oh, man, what a great bunch of people. I tell you what, man, this side chat is just awesome. Oh, and we had Kenny Don jump in. on the Rumble side. Good to see you over there. We are also streaming on Rumble and X. So, anyway, welcome,
And-
welcome, welcome.
And Bama Dad showed up. Welcome in,
Yes,
Bama
we
Dad.
did. I ain't no Sheila, he says. Oh my goodness. So anyway, Moondog, you got some pictures ready you want to share with us? Maybe a little.
Let me download those. 'Cause I wasn't sure if you had them from the email.
Oh, I can pull them up either way, buddy.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that? So while you load it up, I should just let everybody know I just came directly back from the Great Dickens Fair, which is the nation's largest Victorian Christmas fair, and it's been going on in San Francisco, I think, since the late '60s or the '70s, and basically the rodeo arena that we have here. Yes, San Francisco has a rodeo arena. It's called the Cow Palace. And so every Christmas, they utilize a part, not the arena itself, but there's these. I guess there would be storage sheds next to, I guess where they have the cow pens, and that's where they dress it all up and to make it look like Victorian England. And there's tons of shops and tons of food, and there's a photo of my family, my wife and kids. Well, my wife likes to dress up along with me in pseudo Victorian garb, and my son is still young enough that he's willing to participate. My daughter, she's her own thing, so she's dressed as an English woman, actually, an English comedian, Philomena, a character called Philomena Kunk, and that's my mother-in-law. So this is our first time to the Cow Palace. So we took her there, and that's us outside. So that's where I was today. We're there till a little after 6 o'clock. And
You look downright respectable, Moondog.
I know. And I'm not the only person who comes dressed up. There's quite a few folks who are there. I'll post up a video in the next week or so of walking around. So a good number of folks dress up. A lot of steampunk folks as well who show up in costume. The best costume, and I'll see if I can find the photo, but there was a couple that came dressed as gnomes. You know, the garden gnomes, the blue coats and red caps. I thought that was awesome. So, but you can see the
You
inside.
and your son there.
Yeah, that's over near where the sort of the food hall, and that's there's like 4 times as much space inside of there as we're seeing in the one hall. There's 3 other halls in there that are just all decked out with stuff, and there's actors playing different characters in different Dickens stories, walking around and play acting. So it's a pretty cool event.
That is so cool.
And so I would have gotten here earlier, except I actually had a flat tire when we got back to the car.
Oh
It
no!
was flat, so I got a nail, a screw in the tire. So put a little extra air in there and got home. So we're okay.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, that sucked.
So you got the Dickens? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
expensive. I gotta say, I don't remember parking being $20, but so that's California, that's San Francisco for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have any like Dickens fairs over in Australia there, Alan? Anything like that?
Not to my knowledge. Yeah, possibly,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
They gotta have. I mean, it's like kind of like a Renaissance fair, but it's Victorian era. So this is the first one I've ever heard of, and it just happens to be in my town. So we thought we'd go a few years ago. We'll be going every year ever since. A lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun, and I mean the stuff that he did is awesome. I mean, that's you know, it's just really, I'm really glad they celebrate stuff like that, to get people to realize, about, our authors and, painters and all that, at the times and stuff. So,
You could even, there's one section there that you can go to Charles Dickens' parlor, where there's an actor playing Charles Dickens and he reads from Christmas Carol and other pieces. So you can pay to sit down and or I think it's free. You have to just sign in and you can watch him do a dramatic reading of Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Yeah, and I keep wanting to make a joke about the cider, but I'm not.
I wanted to tell my wife, but the kids are around.
Yeah. So anyway, our Australian Shepherd's all excited. We got somebody on the panel tonight from Australia. And that's a funny story right there because Australian Shepherds are not from Australia.
Where are they from?
They're from Spain and France.
Oh, wow.
And they were migrated like through ships and stuff, and people coming to the United States. They made it into Australia. And they're also bred even more. They were like sheepdogs, and France and Spain, and then in Australia they got breeding them, for like cattle and different stuff. And then anyway, like all of your red hillers, your blue hillers, all those cattle dog, they have a backbone of the Australian Shepherd. That's like from the pedigree that they came from. So when they hit the west coast of the United States, those were boats that were coming from Australia.
Yeah.
So just locals like, oh, those are Australian Shepherds. And that name just stuck here, and so, but yeah, a neat little deal about that. But yeah, so we'd like to, I want to ask people in the panel and on the side chat, you guys have any questions here for Alan? And now that you listened to the story a little bit and everything, and we just want everybody to get familiar with him, and because he has great videos. And I'll just jump out first. Alan, when you have like such a cool setup to help you, sight your gun in and all that on your rest. I'm just asking because I don't really know yet. Do you have somebody help you with the rifle, getting it up there and all that? Or, I mean, because it looks like what you're doing is so much of a challenge anyhow. I got mad respect for you, on all that. And so I was just kind of curious, what the process is when you go to the range on, get your gun up there and set up and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Like it certainly has been a process that's still developing. Even on the weekend, one of the guys, we were talking through some problems, and he machined up an extra piece for me. So it's an ongoing process. But to answer your question shortly, yes, I do have help, and one of the guys that I know, he comes with me to the range, and he knows where to put the gun and how to set it up, and like he has fully knowledge of how to use the rest and everything like that. And but if that particular person is not available for whatever reason, the guys at the range, they are, as I keep saying, they're the best. They step in and help, and nobody ever bats an eye. And like the help that I get is truly, it makes me really emotional, like how much they go above and beyond to give me a hand. But the evolution is always changing, and we're always refining. So the quick answer, yeah, like I do get some help. to put the gun on the rest and like get my equipment sort of set up real quick. And then after it's on the rest and everything's there, they make the major adjustments. Like you might be shooting at 100 meters, so you got to raise your elevation up a fair bit. They'll make those major elevation changes for me. And then why I use now the Seb AR250 is that it's really easy for me to then make those smaller, fine adjustments to be able to get the actual reticle onto the target or wherever I want to shoot. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that is cool. And real quick, before we go any farther, we got a sighting out there. And if I can get I don't know what's going on with StreamYard here. I can't get
There we are.
There it goes, finally. All right. Anyway, somebody like to give us a countdown here?
Last year,
3.
41 in that case. Just get out of this gap, Austin Moore. That does not.
Mario. Let's go, weirdo.
The battle being himself.
Yes.
Somebody should explain this to Alan.
Yeah, Alan is like, what in the world? I'm on the wrong stream.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, Mario, he's a great person, and he always jumps in with a big hey, and so we always like to shout back to him there, and see, I think we lost Jamie there for a second, so game may have been going bad, and he
Probably.
through the TV or something. I don't know.
Hey, Billy, I got a question for Alan. I got to save most of mine though, because I'm going to be on with him next week. And
Yeah.
but I don't give away too much. But Alan, what do you find the hardest thing to do in bench rest? Is it more the mental game, controlling your heartbeat? Just what do you find the hardest part of it?
It's all the same for me, to be honest with you, because the process is constantly evolving. Like every little thing that I got to do is I've got to refine. So yeah, the mental game is a big element as well, especially when I'm trying to include doing some recording and doing some YouTube videos as well, because that's a whole new world of trying to get the equipment and set it up, and then trying to, people asking some weird questions like, "Oh, what are you doing with that camera?" And sort of dealing with that. Heartbeat, no, like I'm pretty good. Like I'm as far as that concerned. Mental, yeah. Like some days, you do have those hard days where you're just not thinking, or like you might have a rough day at work, or like something might happen with the family, so you're just not thinking straight. So there's depending on the day, depending on what we're doing. So it varies. It really does.
My biggest problem when I go to shoot is thinking about how I'm going to beat Hillbilly, because he keeps sneaking in there on me.
Oh man.
Do you
Yeah.
use Kentucky windage, Alan?
I just close one eye and just have a crack at it all the time. Yeah, we all the time.
I figured he probably used Outback windage there.
Wind's blowing the other way.
Yeah, I was going to say, the wind's going the wrong way.
Oh man. Oh. So anybody else got a question for Alan?
No, I got one, Alan. What made you decide to start filming your shooting? Because was it you were doing the YouTube videos before you started shooting, or did it happen afterwards?
No, it came afterwards. I guess like at that point in time, I was working with because I do have a support worker, and we're thinking about what we can do. And as you know, Tom, where I live is that there are maybe 5 months of the year where it's just constantly raining, and the weather is not suitable for any activities. And of course, for myself as having a disability and using a wheelchair, like finding activities that are outdoors and having fun are very challenging. I don't know, like where you guys are from, but here, there's not many accessible places that you can go. You can go to the Esplanade, or the Esplanade. That's pretty much three choices. So um, it just came about it like the support worker goes, hey, like, what do you think about this? And we sort of kicked the idea around a little bit. And I'm not, I can't remember how long it's been there, but the Tank Museum. I'm not sure if it was here when you visited, Tom.
No, I would have totally gone because I think I saw was it the Chieftain do a video of it, and I was like, how did I miss that? Apparently, it wasn't built when I was there the last time.
Yeah, so that in that tank museum, they've got a firing range, and unfortunately, I couldn't. It's not accessible for wheelchairs and stuff like that. So,
shame.
It's downstairs and all that sort of fun stuff. So anyway, the support workers started making some phone calls and ringing around, and contacted the local range, and went along to that range, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. But yeah, no, got involved with it and loved every second of it. So then the YouTube channel developed out of that, because I just wanted to share the hobby and the passion, and try to learn, share what I'm learning as well. Because before I started shooting, I had absolutely no idea, and still to this day, still trying to figure it out. So it's still good. So
doing a good job with both.
Cyclops Joe out there says he's thinking about calling you out, Seiko versus Seiko.
Do it, Seiko.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm keen, Joe. Like,
we got a running joke. Hasbro, myself, a couple other guys, Walks Fletcher in particular. 270 Winchester is the greatest cartridge in the history of mankind.
Preach it, Jamie.
I have a certain affinity for that round because it just really works on deer around here. But I think my attraction to the 270 Winchester cartridge may be the rifle instead of the cartridge, because I own a Seiko Model AV, and that's the rifle that's chambered in 270 Winchester, and it is just a fabulous rifle. I did a video on it a couple 3 years ago, and it's on my channel. But that Seiko rifle, it just shoots, man. And the 270 Winchester cartridge definitely works well on deer. It's probably too much, but I've been thinking about bench rest. Alan, what cartridge are you shooting?
22s, yeah.
22 long rifle?
Yeah.
Okay. At 100 yards.
50 and 100, yeah.
50 and 100. Okay.
What's the longest range that you have there, Jamie, where you're at? Well, I mean, what's the longest distance?
Me?
Yeah.
We take a trip up to Dead Zero. The range that I go to regular is 100 yards. And I take that data that I learned there, and I can apply it when we go to Dead Zero Shooting Park up in Spencer, Tennessee, and I can shoot from 100 out to 1,000.
Oh, quite a bit.
And my Ruger American and 6.5 Creedmoor is shooting half MOA at 300 yards.
Nice.
So that's 1.5 inch group at 300 yards. And when it's on their electronic target system, they actually look like they're touching. And it's very cool. But there's so much information on that target. I take pictures of it's an iPad, a little iPad notebook, whatever you want to call it. And it's connected by Wi-Fi to the target system, and of course the software and all that. It gives you your velocity. It shows you the size of the group in MOA, not in inches, but MOA, and it's very helpful to have the velocity at the target. So
Oh
like
yeah.
uh, it's you can take a chronograph reading at your regular range, and you'll pretty much you got to be out there 10 to 15 feet. So basically 12 feet. That's pretty much your muzzle velocity. Then at 100 yards, you have that velocity on that target. Then at 200, then at 300. Well, it really skips from 1 to 3, I think. Isn't that right, Scotsman? Uh, then from 3, they go pretty much to 6. Then from 6 to 800. Then from 800 to 1,000. But you have to hit the gong at every distance before you
Ah.
shoot at the electronic target system, so that you don't tear anything up. So I find bench rest fascinating at 100 because it ain't about shooting at 1,000 yards and seeing how big your target is, how big your group is. It's about punching holes in holes, putting bullets in the same hole at 100 yards every single time. And that, what's fascinating about it is you've got to have a consistent rifle, you've got to have a consistent cartridge, you've got to have those hand loads have got to be consistent every single time. They've got to be exactly the same. And Kentucky Rimfire knows what I'm talking about. If he's, hand loaders know what I'm talking about. It's about everything being exactly the same. And of course, with 22 long rifle, it's a different thing. But
Jamie, you mentioned consistent on your loads. I literally can tell the difference anymore in velocity anyway on one grain. For those people who don't, one little particle of the stick powders, you can see 10 feet per second difference sometimes. And it's like when you're playing that kind of game, it really messes with you. And that's kind of the game that Alan plays, really subtle things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that's pretty challenging about rimfire is, you don't load those and you're
Yeah.
at the mercy of the load, the lot number, and it's nothing more aggravating when you get a rifle and a certain ammo sighted in to where it's just sweet tight groups, and then you open up your next box of 50 of the same ammo and you got deviations. It's aggravating. It really is. And there's just not much you can do about it. And I think the ammo and the rifle is such a big part of that challenge. And anytime, I'm sure everybody else does too, but when I find, this certain ammo with this lot number works really great on this rifle, I write it down because, I might try some other ones with it, but I always have something to go back to that gave me the best, consistency. And, you think, man, all you got to do is just sit on that rest and line that crosshair up at where you're aiming. You're at the mercy of every one of those bullets. I mean, you'll get a flyer or whatever, or it could be you too. But even if you did everything perfect, you're at the mercy of that ammo.
Yeah.
And those challenges, man, some of those targets are so small and so tight at 50 yards that the smallest deviation is going to screw your score. And
Well, Alan, you remember that comment you and I were chatting about one day where I told you I got a .108 group out of my Ruger 1022 custom rifle? That's one of those things that really ticks me off. That is the only lot that has ever done that. Now, I'm still shooting really good groups, but I can't buy that lot anymore. That's the frustration in 22.
Yeah. Yeah, it's once you find that the holy grail, you just want to keep it and not shoot it.
Hillbilly,
Can we zoom in there, Kentucky?
Yeah, let's pull him up.
that's 3 shots.
He's just going to brag.
That's 6.5 Creedmoor. At
No kidding.
I see powder burns.
3 shots at 100 yards, 6.5 Creedmoor.
Nice.
You missed the bullseye.
That's pretty awesome.
That's my hand loads.
Good work. Good work.
Good job, buddy.
We can click and click and click and get that in the bullseye, but you got them right there. You know where they're going to go.
I'm mostly a hunter, but when you can load your own loads and work with your rifle and get it to do that at 100 yards, then that just boosts your confidence on the game you're trying to take.
Yeah, there's nothing to cuss about yourself when you can group like that and there's a nice big buck sitting out there.
I got a quick question for Alan. Sorry, excuse me. What kind of ammo are you running through your gun right at the moment, and what ammunition company has been the most consistent for you in your bench rest endeavor?
At the moment with the Seiko, and I haven't put a video out yet, but I have, had to mortgage the house, but I've got myself another competition class rifle, and you get it, Tom. And so far, both firearms they like yearly match. Both of them seem, luckily, thank you. They both like the same speed, so I haven't had to go out and buy some different ammunition. Because with the Seiko, it really loved the yearly match 1050 feet per second, and when we actually, because I go to a couple of ranges, one is at sea level, another one is actually up in the mountains, and it's roughly around about, I think it's about 2,000 feet elevation. I think this little town is, so it's quite a high up in the mountain, and the different elevation, it likes a little bit higher speed ammunition. So I had to buy some ammunition that range likes as well. So far, I'm very, very lucky that both rifles like that ammunition.
Yeah. And I actually shot Hasbro's 22 challenge today. Again, I've already shot it twice with different rifles. But when I sighted that in a week ago or so to when I shot today, was a little above 30 degrees difference. And just that temperature change, like, wow, it totally screwed up the groups on that thing.
Oh,
I mean,
hey,
bad.
You need more excuses than that. Put on your score.
Oh, man, it was, yeah, I couldn't believe just that much of a temperature change, and which we did have some wind, but yeah, this is over 30 degree temperature change.
One of the things we deal with, and the reason I bring this up is because I was watching one of Alan's videos, and he's talking about wind and reading wind and that sort of thing, and looking at the different flags. And a swirling wind, man, it's been my experience that good luck. When that wind is swirling out there, there's no consistency to it, and that kind of, it's hard to play the wind. And where we shoot up there, it's typically a strong wind from left to right, and it's usually, I would say, between 10 and 20 miles per hour, and it's and it's not blowing the same speed consistently. I mean, it's fluctuating in speed. But there was one particular day we were there at. Now you're talking about you're shooting from one hill and it's down in a valley and then up to the 1,000-yard target. So at 1,000 yards, the fluctuation of the winds is what I typically do in a situation like that is I look at the wind further out and trust that my velocity and the ballistic coefficient is going to be able to carry it through the wind closer to the muzzle of the gun and play more of the wind out there. But when you're shooting 22 at 100 yards, one of the points that you brought up in your video was you put a flag at 10, 20, 30, 40 yards, and it would be nice to have them all the way out there. But when you've got wind blowing in one direction at, say, 20 yards, then at 60 yards, you got it blowing in the exact opposite direction. Then at the target, it's blowing a different direction. I tend to put more weight on the wind closer to the target in that situation because I know my bullet is losing velocity, and my theory is that the wind is going to affect the projectile more once it starts losing speed. Has that been your experience, Alan? Or
Yeah, no, you nailed the head right there. How you described that range, like the one that I was talking about up in the mountain, we have that across 100 meters, where it's like this massive big deep hole, and it comes up the other side, and then it dips down to the target. And sometimes, on that range, you see the tails of the wind vanes absolutely standing up vertical. So you got, so you got the left, right, up, down, and that changes whether it's at the shooting position or at your target. So, I've seen wind vanes that are pretty much blowing horizontal at where I am, like roughly 15 meters out. A bit further down the track, the wind is pretty much have a massive updraft, and at the target it is shooting right. So that's exactly what I've experienced and what I've been shown by the guys as well. The bullet is getting more resistance at the target. Think of it as like a funnel sort of effect. As you shoot, the funnel and the effects are very small at the end of your barrel. By the time you get to the target, the effects on that bullet is quite massive. So that's where you should be looking. So as you said, Jamie, looking further down towards your target is the right way to be looking.
and see another thing, and then I'll let Hasbro. A 22 long rifle, you don't have any choices as to the projectile. I mean, you can pick a 38 or a 40 or whatever, and the bullet shape is going to be pretty much the same. But when you're doing centerfire stuff, at least you can choose a higher ballistic coefficient bullet that's going to help some, but it's not going to take wind completely out of the factor. Go ahead, Hasbro. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it wasn't a thing. In fact, you and I are thinking the same way again. It's like 22s get affected by so much because it's such a low velocity, lightweight round and a poor ballistic coefficient, like you mentioned. And so we can get around that with a lot of other cartridges, or at least mitigate it, right? It's like you shoot even 5.56 at 50 or 100 yards, and it's almost noise sometimes, the wind. I mean, it has a little, but at 22, you're 3/4 or an inch off your target, and it can really mess with you. So that's a good point. Hey, Alan, I did have one other question for you. You mentioned 5 months a year out of rain, right? And I kind of relate to that, Moondog, to where you live, because there's about 3 months a year where it pretty much rains, and then it doesn't rain anymore. In those 5 months, do you have any kind of indoor air rifle leagues where you can shoot PCP or whatever, something where you can keep honing your skills at a very high level, but indoors?
The rain, no, we still go to the outdoor range. We shoot, we don't stop. As far as like all of our ranges are the 22 ranges, they're all undercover, under sheds, nice concrete benches. That's really, really lovely. The centerfire guys, they can go, they're outside in the weather. So now, as far as the rimfire, all the ranges that I go to are all undercover, and we shoot in all weather conditions, whether in the middle of you guys call them hurricanes. We shoot in everything. So actually, one of the best scores I've ever got was in like it was flooding across the range. So
Hey, Hillbilly, you could do that. You could shoot at Mississippi and hit your target in Arkansas on one of those storms.
Yeah, I sure could. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome that you guys that you have a setup that you can still shoot in rainy weather or whatever. And now, if you're going to shoot a challenge or something, is with the rain, the humidity, and everything, is there adjustments that you kind of have a rule of thumb, like, okay, I know we got rain, heavy humidity and all that stuff. Is there adjustments that you like kind of already know that you're going to have to like make, if you're going to shoot like a challenge target or something?
yeah, like if I'm doing a challenge target for video for YouTube, well, I really try to plan around the weather because all of our targets are outdoors, and they're all just paper. So as soon as it gets wet, it just disintegrates. We just got to plan around the weather. Like the only time that the weather really affects us from actually shooting itself is if the road gets blocked. If the road's open, then we can go. But as far as the challenge targets, the biggest issue that I actually face is finding a place that I can shoot at, because some of the places that I go to, they're a bit interesting with how those targets are being shot, and they prefer people to shoot their agreed upon targets. So actually finding a place that I can shoot freely and do some recording, that's sort of been a bit of a challenge. So that's something that I'm still looking for.
Now, what kind of targets did they restrict you to?
Things like that. It's got to be their approved targets. Like you can't have any faces or any sort of human silhouettes. Like they do have animal silhouettes, rabbits and those sort of things. But
it can make somebody upset.
Yeah, I know all about that in California.
So that's another good question. I'm sorry.
Check out. Yeah, it's bedtime. I've been up since 5:00. So good night, all.
Good night, Mark.
Good night,
Take care.
Good night, Mark.
Let's see.
I hope you don't go to jail, Alan, for shooting Mario.
And I want to shout out Ron Lane real quick. He did a super chat. Terrific show. Great guest. Well, thank you, Ron. Appreciate that, buddy. And that's also, guys and girls, we're going to be doing a giveaway here bottom of the hour, roughly. And so make sure you get your hashtag in HBN106 and get in that drawing. And that's another thing, Alan. I'm sure I don't know like how much you were into like guns and stuff at a younger age, but just in our lifetime we've seen a big change as far as Australia going, for the freedom of firearms and stuff like that. And so is there anything that that like you've seen that really like bothers you personally, or other shooters and stuff like that, or are you guys still able to just get by fine?
Oh, there's the stigma with firearms. A lot of people are the mainstream media does promote a lot of anti-firearm policy, which I highly disagree with, because the whole purpose of having a firearm is that you have to be a fit and proper person to be able to obtain a firearms license. You cannot have any criminal background. You cannot do anything. Like even a driving fine could jeopardize your absolute driver's license. Not your driver's license, your firearms license. I've heard of guys that have got caught up with drink driving and stuff like that. All of a sudden, they got weapons licensing on the phone saying, "Hey, you've just done a DUI. What's going on?" That's not a fit and proper and reasonable person to hold a firearm. So, I personally believe that the media and the way firearms are portrayed are totally wrong, because people that have to have firearms have to be above law. And it's the same for America. A lot of people over there have firearms and they do stupid things, and it just ruins everything for us. And I don't want to get political or anything like that, but
of course not.
like a lot of people jump on the bandwagon as soon as somebody does something stupid. They want to jump on the bandwagon and try to remove what we have. And obviously we don't have the amendments and everything that you guys have, and it's not really a thing for us in Australia. But the way that the firearms are portrayed are evil. They're portrayed as an evil, and that's something that I wish would change. And owning a firearm is not evil, but unfortunately we're painted with the same brush when somebody does something stupid, and we all got to pay the price for it, whether it's further restrictions or increased license costs or further inspections. So there's something I wish people would have a better understanding of what a firearm is. It's not a big scary thing. To actually get a firearm, to make it go bang, takes a lot of work. There's a lot. There really is a lot of moving pieces to get that firearm to go bang. And I just wish that mentality would change. That they're not a scary thing to have.
Yeah, and Moondog and others out on the West Coast and different states, they have a lot more challenges, than a lot of the rest of us do, as far as when it comes to firearms. And so, yeah, it's it's rough. I mean, and I hope that someday you guys can get that freedom back. So.
Because it wasn't always like that, right? I mean, when you were growing up, I forget when they passed that the buyback law in Australia. What year was that, Alan?
Oh, I'd have to look it up, but it was to do with Port Arthur. Again, a crazy person went through and did horrendous thing. And that's when all the legislation kicked off to be able to prevent the firearms getting into the hands of the wrong people. And they had that amnesty program to buy back a lot of the firearms, because everybody literally had a firearm. You could pretty much exactly the same as what they do in America. You can have them in the backseat of your car, all that.
Yeah, because Australia I mean, I don't want to over characterize it, but I mean, psychologically, I always thought Australia and the United States were the closest. I mean, practically in a similar way to Canada. You guys very much a rugged frontier kind of a country, just like the United States was, and it boggled me that especially in the last couple of years since COVID, that things were much more locked down than Australia. I always thought Australia was much more free than the United States.
Yeah, mate. I wish, I don't want to get the whole political spiel here, but the direction that it's traveling, it's not the best, and hopefully that can turn around with some further education to be able to enlighten people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and and I think a lot of that happens to do with migration of people that move in, and they have not only in Australia but in states here, in the United States, they leave because they don't like where they're at. But then when they get to the place, they're like, oh, this is really cool. This is free. This taxes are better, blah, blah, blah. But then I want to make it just like the place I left. And, that's just a terrible mindset to have, I mean, honestly, and that's not political. It's just, I mean, it's just a bad mindset to have, if you love a place because it's better than where you come from, why do you want to turn it into where you come from? It's just, it don't make a whole lot of sense. But anyway, yeah, it's rough. I mean, I never thought Australia would come to that because, it was more of a, what we would consider like a Western outback rougher, I mean, where, people kind of just, in a lot of ways just fend on their own, and stuff. And, and so I was really surprised, when all that come through, and I'm like, wow, I was not expecting that,
I mean, we grew up watching. Was it? We're talking. I just got in where your guys were talking about Crocodile Dundee and
yeah,
and movies like The Man from Snowy River and
yeah,
and Quigley Down Under. It's like that was my picture in my mind of Australia.
Well, remember one thing about that. Quigley was an American that went down
Yes,
there.
yes.
But they that was a great movie, man. And how many of us wouldn't love to have that rifle?
Oh yeah,
oh, man,
that sharp. Yeah. Do you know what we're talking about, Alan? Quigley Down Under?
No, I'm sorry, I don't know that one.
Dude, you got to look up that movie and watch it. Do you like Westerns at all?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, cowboy movies are the greatest, dude. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, Quigley though, that was Tom Selleck.
Mm-hmm. And oh gosh, who played the bad guy? It was also the bad guy in Die Hard. English actor. I'm blanking here. I can hear his voice too. I gotta look that up. So it was set in Australia. So that's the only reason I mention it.
Yeah, yeah, and that was one neat thing on that movie. He's riding with the person that hired him. Their hired help that picked him up, and they're like, "Well, we're entering such and such as ranch." And so they drive for a while, and he goes, "We about there?" And he goes, something like, "No, we barely got into the ranch. It's the ranch is as far as I can see. And but yeah, it was
it was Alan Rickman was the bad guy in that.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely a good movie. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I find it kind of funny that somebody from Australia has not watched that, and it's like,
it wasn't. I don't think it was.
Movies are
a Hollywood film,
Dundee and well, actually 3, The Man from Snowy River, but that was a little bit older, too, and so that was an awesome show. I mean,
yeah, you gotta watch Alan. You gotta watch Quigley Down Under.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie, and QU, and that's as far as I can go.
You'd appreciate it because it's the main character is a long range shooter. But was it turn of the century or late 19th century setting? I can't recall at the moment.
Right around that turn of the century, a little before, I think.
Mm-hmm. Now, can I ask a political question here, Alan? What's your favorite beer from Queensland?
Coors Light.
Old Milwaukee.
You're muted, Alan. We can't hear you.
Sorry, there we go.
There we go.
Definitely not Foster's. So
Or VB.
no, no. Look, I like it's a New South Wales Tui's extra dry. I quite like. Even like the old Queensland Forex. I'm more of that the bitter side. The more hops, the better. I'm not much of a fan of these. I call them the girls' drinks, like the cruisers and stuff like that. But yeah, like just a Tui's extra dry or something like that is something.
Tooheys. Yes.
Yeah, just something like it's got a big elk or a big buck on the logo. So yeah, really cool beer.
So you don't
Hey,
like
Alan?
the girly drinks? Does that mean sweet mixed drinks, or are we talking hard seltzer?
No. It's that sweet stuff that gives you a headache for 3 days.
Yeah. So
Alan, tell everybody what a slab of stubbies means.
The what? Sorry.
Tell everybody what a slab of stubbies mean.
A slab of stubby. Yeah, no, that's it's a case of beer. So I think what are they 24 beers in a case? So yeah, 24 beers in a slab.
Well, yeah. So like, what's the most common? Like, when you go to whether gathering or whatever, what's the most common beer over there? I guess for the population.
Oh, as Tom said, VB or 4X, Tui's. There's quite a fair few of them that everybody drinks. So depending on the person.
Yeah, because like I grew up with a really good friend that moved here from Mexico, and every time we go to a party, and it seemed like kind of more of the yuppie people that could afford it, they're drinking Corona, or Mexican beer. And he'd always laugh. He's like, we consider that piss beer in Mexico. That's why we sell it to you guys.
Yeah, but it's better than anything made in America.
Yeah. But yeah, double X.
Dos Equis.
Yeah. That's in Mexico. Definitely, man.
I remember back in the day going to the Mexican restaurants and getting one of the combo dinners and 2 Dos Equis and a shot of Don Julio to walk out the door. I'm like, man, I'm glad I don't live like that anymore. Don Julio was good stuff, though. If you like tequila, if you're a tequila guy, yeah, Jose Cuervo that's bad. Don't do that to yourself.
Well, we had tequila Masila's Patron, and
that or Cabo Wabo or Don Julio. And with that, I got to go, guys. It's bedtime for me too, and I got church in the morning. And our concert's tomorrow. I wish you guys could come. We're playing at 5:00 tomorrow afternoon, and it's a combination church orchestra and the choir, and shouldn't last more than about an hour, but yeah. So, guys, thanks for letting me hang out with y'all. I really appreciate y'all putting up with me. And Alan, pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you. You too.
I hope we get to see each other and get to know each other better.
Yes, I hope so.
You bet. And thank you so much, Jamie, for being on here tonight. Always appreciate you, brother. And anyway, we know that you got Georgia Shooting Connection coming up on Friday nights.
Yes.
And so make sure everybody go check that out. If you don't already go there on Friday nights, it's right before Gizagiry's Foul Territory. And then Jamie, he also put out some great videos. So Anyway, make sure everybody goes over and checks out Jamie's stuff. JH586,
Well,
home of the
thank you,
Smith and
man.
Wesson revolver.
Yeah, absolutely. We love them suckers around here. We're going to probably be talking about Frank Hamer this coming weekend. So,
Oh, nice.
we've been doing the series on heroes of the shooting sports. Thanks, Mr. Bob. Thank all you guys out there. Y'all are awesome. And keep watching Hillbilly Up, Guns, Beer, and Therapy. Good night, Artec. Guys, thank you. Bye.
Hi,
All
Jamie.
right, Jamie. We'll see you,
Hi, Jamie.
buddy. So we're going to do the giveaway here in just a quick minute here. Yeah, Pat, he had to jump off. He wasn't feeling very good.
Oh,
And he said he really appreciated being on the show with Alan and everything. And so, but I had a few topics here, and I figured this would might be pretty quick to go through. For everybody on the panel and the side chat, because I know I hate to leave Gary out, but I know he don't do much bench rest shooting, but you have done it like at Thunder on the Prairie somewhat and stuff, some competition deals and stuff. So anyway, from like what you've actually shot, it might not belong to you maybe or whatever, but anyway, what's like your favorite rifle and scope that you used for bench rest shooting? And I want to say hi to Willie out there. Hey, buddy, good to have you. And Chad, and there's been other people jump in, Nutty, Artac, everybody, man. Moo, good to have each and every one of you. So anyway, Gary, we'll just start with you, buddy.
Well, I can tell you what I know, which isn't that much. The few times I've shot from a bench, somebody will say, "Hey, you want to shoot my rifle?" I walk up to it, and the rifle's sitting there, with the scope and everything on it. I'll admit I have zero scope intelligence as far as what's what, but I use what's on there, and hopefully it works for me and stuff like that. But most favorite thing I've gotten to shoot so far is probably the Mosin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because first time I ever
Pat's
had a
Mosin,
chance to
maybe?
shoot that, yes,
Yeah.
that was fun, and I actually hit something with it. So
All
I
right.
must have been doing something right. But hopefully, everybody else will be able to tell you much more than me. But at least I tried. So
Oh yeah, yeah. That's got to be fun. To
yeah.
walk up there and be able to shoot a Mosin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, part of history right there.
Oh yeah.
So how
I
about
just posted
you?
a video shooting one of those
oh yeah.
M44. It was pretty fun.
So how about you, Kentucky Rimfire? You got a favorite? Oh, we may have lost you. No, there he is.
I stepped away for a minute. A favorite what?
Favorite girlfriend? No.
Except
Favorite favorite rifle and scope that you've actually shot. It might not even belong to you, but during bench rest shooting.
I'm going to have to go with either of my Winchester 52s.
Oh yeah, those are nice. What kind of scope? Got a preference on them?
I'm particularly fond of my Unerdal.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
cool. Well, good stuff. So, how about you, Hasbro?
Well, for fun guns, it'd have to be either 338 Lapua Magnum or the 378 Weatherby Magnum. Those are just brutal, but the 338 Lapua was easy because of the muzzle brake. It was so effective. So that's just sort of fun long range bench shooting. But for me, the one I own the most anymore, that I shoot the most in more pure bench rest type scenarios, is my custom CZ with a Lilja barrel
Mm.
and Timney trigger and all the little tricked out things. That thing is just, it's so, when you get the right ammo, like we were talking before, it's so stupid accurate. You know, everything else is you, and there's nowhere to hide. And so I like that challenge because I think working on me is the hardest part. But then again, you got 22 ammo. So anyway, that's the gun I probably like the most.
Awesome. So how about you, Alan?
Yeah, like everybody think I'll say the Seiko, but I would have to say, one of the funnest things I've shot is my one of my friend's centerfires off the bench was a CZ 600 in the 223. That was really fun. Obviously I've never experienced any that like that before, but just shooting a couple of shots in the bit of paper at distance was a great bit of fun, and it had a Night Force sitting on top of it. So yeah, really crystal clear scope and a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Good stuff. How about you, Moondog?
For long range, I'm with Gary there. I'm usually shooting somebody else's rifle that's set up for it. Either I've been at the SHOT Show Media Day where they've set up various for the various brands. They'll set up a custom rifle, and either they're showing off their glass or their rifle, and we're shooting at steel at 900 or 1,000 yards. But they've got it all set up for you. You just basically have to sit down, and you even have the folks spotting who at the brand spotting for you. And as long as you're a decent shot, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to hit that steel, because they've dialed in the scopes pretty well, and they'll give you some wind readings as to how much to hold over. And even when I went over to the bench rest match the other month, I was able to get a pretty decent group, but again, it was on somebody else's nice customized Savage rifle or Savage Action. Totally everything else was customized.
Yeah.
Even he was even shooting a custom cartridge. So yeah.
Wow.
That was super smooth. His rest and his rear bag, it just moved like butter. So yeah, it was great to
Oh,
shoot.
man. Yeah, that's something. There's so much stuff that goes with that, and it is nice to be able to sit down and everything's tuned in, ready to go. For me, I really really enjoy my 300 blackout, and it's fun, and it's been really accurate. I know there's a lot more rifles out there that I would like to try, but as of right now, I mean, that's probably one of my funnest ones to shoot off the bench, and for the accuracy and all that stuff. So yeah, that'd be it for me. And we are going to do the giveaway. I promise you guys, hashtag HBN106. But really quick, I want to say something here. We are doing a fundraiser to help out children. It's less fortunate that might not be, getting a Christmas gift this year. And so raising money for that, and I had a YouTube a Rumble video up, all that, and along with everybody donated, you could get an entry for some giveaways, and including that was a firearm. Well, that video got taken down.
Oh,
So I called a lawyer friend of mine, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And after talking to him somewhat, he said, I think you would be better off. You can give everything else away, but just a firearm. He said, do a private sale on that, apply that money towards it. And, that's what he suggested. So That's what we are going to do. But we went from $20 an entry down to $10 an entry. So for every $10 that is donated, you will get one entry, on a wheel, and then we'll be just spinning that and randomly, giving away some really awesome gifts. And that does end. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check here. The 13th. Doggone it! I had my notes here just a second ago. I'm sorry about this, but anyway, let me find that. Just I hate to give false information here. Okay. So all the entries need to be in by December the 13th at noon. And then the following Saturday, next day or next night on Guns, Beer, and Therapy, we'll be doing the drawing. So we dropped that to $10 an entry, and we have a lot of really cool stuff. And there's going to be more stuff added. I mean, either I got some other sponsors that are I think is going to jump on to, with some cool stuff. But I'll show you what we have right now. We have Brownworks. If you know Mark over at Brownworks, he's always awesome. He's always eager to help out and stuff like that. So he is going to be giving away a pistol stand. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a round one, and he also has a square one, but it also has the live edge on it and everything. And as far as the logo on it, the winner will get to pick. They have some logos there on their website, but he said, hey, if you have say you got a YouTube channel or whatever, if you want like a logo, something you can send him, he will print your own logo and stuff on the pistol stand. So shout out to Mark at Brownworks for doing that. Blackbeard Fire, our buddy Kai over there at Blackbeard Fire that just absolutely love. He is donating a 3-pack of the Blackbeard Fire Starter rope, and this stuff is amazing. If you don't have Blackbeard stuff in your possession, you're missing out because the stuff is amazing. It works. And he's not only donating a 3-pack of the Blackbeard rope, he is also donating that'll be one gift, and then the next gift winner or whatever will be a deal of the stormproof waterproof matches. These things are just absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like them. They just work. I mean, just totally amazing. CV Life, they sent out this rifle sling, and you'll be winning this one. I tell them they want me to do a video on it too, so I'll be doing a video on this. And what's really cool about this one, so when you have it on your rifle and you throw it over your shoulder, a lot of us will grab a hold of the strap. Well, they put already in here a hand strap, so while you're carrying the rifle, you have a hand strap here while it's over your shoulder. So this is a really cool setup. And, of course, you just have your regular, points here to hook up like normal. And one thing I don't have is Olight is sending they're going to be giving away the ambient light spear. I think Moondog, he showed that last time. He had one there available. Now, also because I really, really enjoyed the Olight, these are the O-Clip Plus right here. I really enjoyed these, and they sent one to me. I did a video on them. I really loved them. So I bought some of these for, family, for Christmas. And so anyway, I'm going to be giving away this one right here. It's brand new. And it's just, if you see my video, this is just a really, really cool light. So I'm going to be giving this away. And I'm pretty sure probably going to be giving away red dot too. So I'll know a little bit more about that. But anyway, if you want to get in that and help some children, oh, there's the light. Okay, yeah, Moondog has it. So yeah, a light will be giving away one of those. It's really cool deal, especially if you like on YouTube, like stuff like this. You can put it in the background and it does all kinds of cool stuff. And but anyway, if you're interested in that and helping out, email me. This is a different email, American Hillbilly Contest at gmail.com, because I just want to try to keep track of them over there. It'll just be a lot easier. And you can donate by PayPal, Venmo, WhatsApp. I have all that stuff. So anyway, if good Lord puts it on your heart that you want to help out some children, please feel free to do that, and you have a possibility to win some cool stuff. And anyway, I appreciate y'all for that. And we'll get on to everybody's like, hey man, I come here also for a giveaway. So we're going to be doing that giveaway right now. Let me get this pulled up here. And what we'll be giving away tonight is this, of course, it's a skinny knife. This is the skinny purple, pink, rose gold, whatever you want to call it, but skinny knife here. And it's just like all the other ones. They're really cool, same blade, same action, same lock and everything. So I know we have a lot of people out there. It's already won, maybe the black one or the blue one and stuff. So now it is your opportunity to win the skinny purple knife if you have not already. So anyway, hang on a second. Oh yeah. Yes, thank you, Denny. Yes, you do have to be present to win. Oh no. You're gonna be out of the country for a couple weeks. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe you can jump on your phone real quick for the giveaway, and because we'll be spinning those, one right after another. So anyway, yes, you do have to be present to win on that. Taste of skinny rainbow. You betcha. Oh man. It'll be the 14th of December, Danny. And so anyway, you guys make sure you get hashtags in real quick because we're going to be spinning any second now. So Alan, since you're the guest here, would you like to give us a little countdown here and we'll give this thing a spin and see who the winner is?
Sure, we'll kick it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, round and round it goes. Garage guy.
Hey, congratulations.
Well done.
Garage guy won last week. That's awesome, buddy. All right, but he do have to be present to win.
Oh
so,
yeah. Oh wait, he's there.
You out there, buddy?
I saw
Right
he did post.
here.
There he is. Oh, spin again.
Oh, he gracefully says spin again. That's really nice of you, buddy. Well,
Garage guy, I thought we had rehearsed this where you said send it to Hasbro.
Oh man. Yeah, I believe last night on Gizzard's show, Jacob won. He said give it to Garage Guy, and Garage Guy wasn't there. He missed out last night on Gizzard's show. Oh my goodness. So Garage Guy says spin it again. So let's give it a big spin. Fluffy,
Play.
10 millimeter Jeep guy. Are you out there, buddy? Let's see if Fluffy's out there. We'll give him just a. There he is. Awesome. So
Yes.
Fluffy is out there. Congratulations, buddy. And thanks to Garage Guy. Anyway, so Fluffy, email me at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail.com. And I'll get that sent right out to you, buddy. Congratulations. I'm going to take this off the screen. All right. Write Fluffy's name down here. All righty. So, Moondog, you needing a bail, or you're going to be able to stay on for a little bit?
I'm gonna have to bail. I usually have to play guitar at the choir tomorrow morning along and bring the rest of the family. My wife often sings cantor, at least, or harmony in the choir. So I've got a full car tomorrow morning, because I also got my mother-in-law and my godson in the car. But I wanted to stick around just to support the giveaway. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, we did run a little over time on the giveaway. Sorry about that.
No worries, not at all. And it was great.
Having fun.
Yeah, and it was good to see Alan again.
Yes, same to you, Tom. It's always good.
Hey, Moondog, if you go to church tomorrow dressed up in your Dickens outfit, we need pictures.
I think I'm just going to go in my usual Sunday low-key outfit rather than the long coat and the top hat. So, all right, gentlemen. It was a pleasure seeing everybody as usual, and I hope to see some of you folks in the side chat Wednesday on my TMI live stream. That'll be at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and well, of course, it's 5 p.m. Central Time. So hopefully, you folks can make it out for that. We'll be talking about some random topic, but along with some of the new videos that I'll be posting up this week. Oh, and I almost forgot. Tomorrow's going to be the last day to enter into my tactical vest giveaway. So be sure to get in your screenshots, especially of all the folks that are on the live stream tonight. You can get an extra entry into the drawing for that if you subscribe to the folks here and send me a screenshot of their channels. So yeah, get your free entries in here and subscribe to all the good folks on the Guns, Beer, and Therapy live stream. Again, thanks, Hillbilly.
Well, good having you here, buddy. Always appreciate you. And yeah, that's an awesome prize to win.
I mean, I should post up I'm going to post up a link. I almost forgot about that for everybody. There we go. So that's the web page. You can upload your screenshots, and we'll be doing the drawing on Wednesday. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Very cool. Good night, Moondog.
Thanks,
buddy. Well, awesome stuff there. Go check out Moondog. Yeah, that vest he's giving away, that's just really cool. I mean, that's definitely something that would be neat to win, no doubt about that. Yeah, I seen people say send it to Jacob, but I went back and looked at comments, but Fluffy said send it to Jacob. Okay. I was looking at Garage Guy, and so okay, Fluffy said send it to Jacob.
Garage Guy was sent it to Hasbro, but you already went past that.
Well, I look back and the first comment Garage Guy said, he said, spin again. So I spun again.
Yeah.
But I didn't catch any of the rest of that. So I'm sorry. So anyway, I still don't know who's supposed to get the knife. So that's why, I mean, if you're going to give it to somebody, please say that on the first comment or something. So,
Well, yeah,
Garage
that's
Guy
what
get
Fluffy was saying, right? Send it to Jacob.
Garage Guy said spin again. Fluffy won, and Fluffy said send it to Jacob. Is that right?
That's right.
That's correct. He said Hillbilly sent it to Jacob for his brother.
Okay. All righty. So, Jacob, email me, buddy, and I'll get that sent out to you.
Hey,
Write your
Hillbilly,
name
there was
down here.
joy in Whoville this week. You know why? I found my skinny black knife that I lost.
All right.
It was in the RV.
Oh, man. So, anyway, I do want to thank the VIPs. They're awesome. Their donations for them to be in VIPs. They sponsor these giveaways. All that money goes to the giveaways for everybody. So every time somebody wins, it's the VIPs that's making your day better. So anyway, appreciate them very, very much. And so we're gonna get off here in just a few minutes. So real quick, did anybody get a cool Black Friday deal? And
It depends on what you're talking about. I did pick up a couple, but they were not gun related.
Yeah, no, it don't matter if it's a dress.
I didn't get a dress.
Shoes,
No.
I don't care.
Yeah, don't say that live.
I did pick up the new DJI mic minis that just came out this week. So they should be coming in the mail next week. Also, yesterday ordered a set of Apple AirPods Pro 2 because they were on sale for like $95 off, which was quite a good deal. So I'm trying to avoid spending too much, but every time I turn around, I'm finding something I'd really like that's got a real good price. It's like, doggone it. It's not even December yet. But, I don't have a lot of people buying me Christmas stuff. My kids don't have a whole lot of money. I tell them not to bother because anything I want, I'll pick up for myself. So I buy my own Christmas presents. So
there you go.
I try to be generous when I buy gifts for myself. So
they always say, if you're shopping for somebody else, get something that you'd like to have yourself. So, I mean, might as well start there. I'll say howdy to CW out there. Hey, buddy.
The daughter, as you know, has got a baby coming here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm kind of on hot standby for when she gives me the call to run see my grandbaby be born. So that's where most of her money's going. So
Jacob said he got a new laptop. It's cool.
Oh, nice.
So anybody else get anything cool on Black Friday?
Well, it happened to be Black Friday, but wasn't related to that. Got an old BB gun. Does that count? Yeah, there's somebody else in this panel that appreciate it. It's a Daisy 102 Model 36. That sound familiar?
Oh, nice.
Hey,
I know it would.
got one right there.
And I'm making it a super thumper, and he knows what that means too.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, good stuff. Oh, Michael Dunn. We have a lot of stuff out there, people in the side chat. Then Michael Dunn says, I picked up a gun safe. It's awesome. CW says, got a 14-inch MGM 357 Max Contender barrel. So Bob got a good deal on some airline tickets. Yeah. So there wasn't much people in the stores on Black Friday. I'll be darned.
Well, that's what I heard. Is most of the Black Friday sales started like a week early, and most everybody's buying stuff online. So the people said, like 5, 10 years ago, you would have went into a store on Black Friday, there'd be a line, or maybe the Thursday before, but none of the stores are really doing that anymore.
Yeah.
No, and they're extending their sales beyond Friday too. So,
Well, it's been, I don't know, quite a few years ago, but I remember my uncle had went to Walmart and got this TV, flat screen TV with the stand or the wall mount on it, and got it on Black Friday. Had to stand in line, blah blah blah, do all that stuff, carry it out, And anyway, I really liked it, and so like found out, like what brand the TV was and the wall hanger and stuff because it had, a lot of movement on it, big arm and everything. And of course, those deals was already over with, by the time I seen this. So anyway, come Monday, I was looking at it and I bought the exact same thing from Walmart that he bought for $250 less than what he gave for it on Black Friday. And I bought it online. So after that, I'm like, oh, I'll never go Black Friday to the store again, and fight all that. Just not going to do it.
I'm with you. I've been out of that for a long time. It's not worth it.
No.
my first job out in the public was at Kmart, and I saw a full-blown fist fight between two women over a holiday.
So did you run the blue light special?
No, I watched.
You take picture and video?
That was no, we didn't have stuff like that back then, Hasbro.
Okay, flash cubes and
Camcorder on my shoulder, maybe VHS.
Yeah. I know he says right there, PSA and Bear Creek. Yeah, man, that's there's so many good deals. I gotta just stay off of there because I'm like, my wife's gonna kill me if I get on there right now. But yeah, Alan probably don't know what we're talking about. Kmart used to have these what they call blue light specials. It wouldn't have nothing to do with Black Friday, but they'd have this one like square big card or like thing out, in an aisle, and they would have this like rod on it, and at the top it had like a blue light that would start spinning. And so anyway, they would turn that on, and the announcer would say, we got a blue light special on whatever, that was in that area. And like, if you're using the way, people just, run you over, because there's always a really good deal, and so it's always a big deal about the Kmart blue light special. Yeah, no, he says dots and uppers and magazines, cases, and the list goes on and on. Ammo deals too. Yeah, it's
about 3 bricks of ammunition.
All right.
Lord knows I shoot enough of it.
Yeah. Harbor Freight. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Harbor Freight if you miss the Black Friday deal, they'll honor those prices till the first of the year, most usually. I believe is what I was told. So, all righty. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. This has been a lot of fun. I appreciate Alan for coming on tonight. Hopefully, you can come back and keep business, and I hope you had as much fun as we did. And but anyway, we'll go ahead and take this time tonight. We'll go ahead and wrap up the show and let everybody plug their channel, what they got coming up, and everything. And Hasbro, excuse me, Hasbro, we'll just start with you and work our way around the
All
chat
right. Well,
here.
good being on with you all. Alan, good to talk to you again, and looking forward to next week. I'm going to be on Alan's show, and we'll have a little bit of fun. Then right after that, we're going to be on a Hillbilly Up show again, and that's when we're going to give away the Hasbro Hammer Time prizes and that. So the contest ended 4 minutes ago. So I've got to total up a couple last targets put in there, and then we're going to do the raffle next week for the KYL target from shootingtarget7.com. And then we got a LED sign, Home of the Brave, and then we have a Red Ryder BB gun to give away. And so that leads me into the current contest, which is going on, which is the Christmas challenge, Christmas story challenge. It's going on. It's a Red Ryder challenge. And I'm just having a ball with that, doing a lot of that with Walnut and Steel. And man, that guy's got a lot of guns. If you guys haven't seen his channel, holy cow. And it's like every couple of days he pulls out a new one just to shoot in this contest. I'm loving it. And he actually shot it with my own pistol, my own grandfather's pistol. He's shooting against me in the contest. So anyway, we're having a lot of fun with that. That runs through end of January basically, and we'll get back on another 22 contest. Hillbilly, are you going to have yours ready by then?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing your BB gun one too, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I do have a challenge coming out. I'll wait till I don't know. There's so much stuff going on this time of year with yours and others with Thanksgiving and Christmas challenges. So I'll probably wait till right after the first of the year to do my challenge. And so anyway,
I look forward to that because I know what you're doing, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
yeah.
That's it for me. Although what you're going to be shooting may not fizz anymore; it might be frozen. So
Yeah, you bet you, buddy. And yeah, I appreciate you doing that challenge, Hasbro. That was a lot of fun. I think I shot everything in it, or well, I didn't do the 5.223 5.56. Mainly because my granddaughter had the rifle for deer hunting that I was wanting to use for that, and so.
Well, the good news is you shot 9mm, and you're the only one that turned in a target for that. I was too embarrassed to turn mine in, and so you're going to win that category. So there you go.
I guess you're the only one.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, and that's what I was telling earlier. I turned in another one today, on the 22, and I had fun doing that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I can't wait for the video. I won't tell you about your score, but it's pretty funny. And then Alan's in the running too. And so, but if Alan wins, I can't ship that thing to him. So Alan will do, like I told you, we'll do a donation to his channel and let him go buy some ammo to burn up or something. But we'll see where it goes. So that's next Saturday night, right here on this show.
Yeah, definitely do not miss that. For sure. Yeah, Nettie says chestnuts on the fence challenge. And mistletoe shotgun hunting.
You want me to tell you a quick story, Hillbilly? So that
Yeah.
chestnuts thing reminded me. So I get a birthday from a guy that I was good friends with when I lived down in southern Indiana, and he sent me one all shot up. Right, he gets me a birthday card. It's me all shot up. So I had been working on, believe it or not, precision rounds for an AK-47, and I took it from shooting 12 inches at 50 yards to about an inch and a half at 50 yards, which is amazing for a
Wow.
an AK-47. Now I didn't hold that from there on out; it gets really big. But so what I did was I found a squirrel with really big nuts, and I shot the nuts of that thing and sent him that card back.
That's hilarious.
So anyway, sorry.
Bama Dad says, who's going to put up the 12 Days of Christmas challenge? I don't know.
Oh, hey, that's one thing. Actually, if you go over to Walnut and Steels, he has a video out, one of his videos on that. And if you comment in the video, you can win the Christmas Wish Special Red Ryder. He's going to give one away as part of him doing that challenge.
Oh, no kidding.
So check out his channel.
All right. That's cool. That's really nice of him. Great. So, Alan, what do you got coming up, buddy?
Yeah, so tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I don't know what conversion, but yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday for you guys, I'm doing a live with Mike from Long Rifle. He's my next guest, so it's going to be really cool to have a conversation with him and, a little bit of a background about him and learn more about his military side and, a few other things. So looking forward to that conversation. Then obviously the following week I got Hasbro, so that's going to be another really fun conversation. As far as videos in the works, I got one that I'm going to put together just more in depth about wind reading, because that's a skill that I'm trying to learn, and the more I can learn and whatnot. So it's more going to be faced around the learning how to read the geography of ranges, because different geography really affects how the wind flows and moves, and I think that's a talking topic that not many other people really look at. So yeah, that's going to be one of my upcoming videos. So that's a couple of live videos in my next video. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Bama Dad, somebody out there on a ranch with a ranch can put up Alan's bench rest marksman channel link, but it is also pinned at the top of the chat up there. So if you go up the very top of the chat, you can find it there. So Michael Dunn says, who's Alan? Alan is our guest tonight, and his channel is called Bench Rest Marksman, and a lot of fun. So go check him out. There you go. Hasbro's got it out there. And Chris says Alan is Bench Rest Marksman. So,
Yep.
Awesome. So go check out his channel, guys. A lot of fun. And besides all the videos and stuff that he has up, he also started doing some lives, and those are really, really fun to watch. And so go check him out, and appreciate you, Alan, for being here. Hope you'll come back. Really enjoyed you, buddy.
Most definitely. I really appreciate, coming on and hanging out with you guys and, giving Chad some shit and, really stirring up the pot. So no, it's really, really great fun. So
Hey, tell him about your score on the Mario challenge. Just rub it in.
Well, I honestly don't remember what my score was, to be honest with you.
I'd have to look it up, but I got Chad so frustrated. He shot it 4 or 5 times and he quit.
I hate Mario. I'm glad it's over.
Their Bama Dad said he subbed. Set up.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you very much for being here, buddy. And Chad, what do you got coming up, buddy?
I dropped 2 new videos today. I made one last go at the Show Me the Money challenge, and that was basically to talk crap to Elijah because he he released a video this morning talking a little crap about me. So just done an answer back video, but then I shot another video with my new CZ, and I'm laying down some pretty respectable groups with that new rifle.
Awesome.
And I also shot B Fox 87's Christmas challenge, but I've not finished editing that video yet, so that will drop here soon. And I think I'm gonna go back out tomorrow and shoot again. I don't get to shoot during the week because I work out of town, so I'll probably be back out there tomorrow to get some more shooting in, and just trying to keep as much content rolling as I can and gain some subscribers. I think I'm up to like 355 subscribers.
Awesome, buddy. That's great.
But yeah, I'm glad Mario is gone. I'm glad that challenge is over. The Christmas Story challenge has already gotten me in trouble as well. Went to Thanksgiving dinner with my parents, and my dad was sitting at the dinner table, and he said, I saw your video of you shooting my BB gun in the bedroom. And my wife looks at me like, you do what?
Oh my goodness. Like, she don't watch my channel. She's not supposed to know that, Dad. Yeah. Same here. I could talk about my wife and she would never know. She don't ever watch my channel. So I mean, most usually you're safe. But if it's brought up at the dinner table, that's a whole another different story, ain't it, buddy?
My dad watches me because last Sunday I did a video and I was feeling under the weather, and I said something in the video about I didn't go deer hunting that day because I was feeling bad, and instead I made it out to the range to try to get a video in, and a couple of days later my dad calls me and says, I heard you was under the weather.
Oh, man. Batman says that's better than me. Shot my BMG inside and blew the door off the dryer. Chris says I'm not allowed to shoot guns in the house either. Well, well, I'll be darned. Yeah, it's one night we had a coyote and I was able to open the door and take a shot from inside the house because it had to be a quick one. And my wife was asleep, and I was like, oh man, she's gonna come running in here any second. So I go after I shot, seeing it was down. She didn't show up. I'm like, what? So I walked back to the bedroom. She's still asleep. Never even bothered her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you sleep through anything, woman. Oh man. So yeah, guys, go over and check out Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. Great channel, always a lot of fun. And yeah, check him out. Subscribe if you're not already. And appreciate you for being on here, buddy. And glad you're feeling better.
I want him to know, by the way, I needled Elijah for you, so you have to check the chat on that video.
Hasbro's causing problems for you, Chad.
Oh, stirring the pot, yeah.
Well, alrighty. So, Gary, what you got coming up, buddy?
Oh, the usual. I got my Wednesday night members only chat for my channel members, and that is every Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. And then Friday nights we do the Foul Territory live stream, and that is at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So love to see everybody there, and it's a good show. Nice to meet you, Alan. I sub to your channel and all that good stuff. So looking forward to some good content. Thanks for having me, Hillbilly. I appreciate it.
Oh man, appreciate you being here, buddy. As always. Yeah, go over and check out Gizzard Gary and subscribe if you're not already. Always a lot of fun on Friday nights. Foul Territory just follows right after Georgia Shooting Connection, and just a lot of fun. And especially if you're into knives, I mean, Gizzard, he is like the blade dude, man. He's got so many knives, and it's cool knives. I mean, if you're looking for a knife, go check it out, because I guarantee you'll find at least a dozen that you really like. No doubt about that. And so, anyway, thank you for being here, buddy. I appreciate you. And Moose says #Blade Boy. All righty. Well, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will have a video coming out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure at the very latest Monday about this the giveaway we're doing for the donations for getting presents for children for Christmas and stuff. And so, anyway, that'll be coming out. Like I said, tomorrow or the next day for sure. And anyway, I hope you guys can, if you can, get involved in that, because we got a lot of cool stuff to give away to the people that donates and stuff. So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. I always look forward to Saturday nights being here with all of you. Always a blast. Just enjoy it so much. And I'll shout out my VIPs again. They're awesome. Great people, great family. And we'll leave you all with this. Remember, God, family, and country. And make somebody's day better if you can. And if the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you all again. We love you, Hillbilly Nation. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye, all.